And a good Thursday afternoon to you, Roger Hill of Weathering Heights. This weather video driven by 802cars.com representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Big picture across the country, North America. First of all, we see a lot of snow on the back edge of this front, and then the colder air where the temperatures are supporting snow. I'll give you an idea there. You can see that we're temperatures around zero, and even a few minus temperatures up in the northern part of Canada. It moderates to basically single digits and teens, and then we're in the 30s here, with 30s more or less across the northeast United States. No real super wind gusts at this point. We do have a trough of lower pressure, kind of weak, that's going to be interacting some jet stream energy, and it's going to lift this frontal system up and then track this as an area of low pressure toward the northeast United States. It's going to do the same thing, lay out a frontal system, and then the second one will move in on Sunday night into Monday, and this time it'll be a little bit to the south of us as a coastal low, and it'll be pretty much all snow. But we have a little bit of a wintry mix, mostly in the southern half of Vermont. This is going to happen Friday night into Saturday, and it could produce a little bit of glazing, and right and sort of immediately to the north of the wintry mix area, right across, say, north central Vermont, parts of central Vermont, we could see a little bit of wet snow with more or less medium wet quality type snowfall, probably not causing any issues up in the further to the north up near the Canadian border. This is the European model, and what we can see is that frontal boundary right here with an area of low pressure on the tail end of it, which is going to ride that front. But in the meanwhile, we have a fairly decent high pressure to the north and to the south. That's going to push this frontal system along. This was taken a little bit earlier this morning, and what you can see here is the frontal system being moved on out, and we're already at that phase as this area of higher pressure begins to build into the region now, and it becomes a 1035 hectopascal system centered just about right over the state of Vermont during the morning hours on Friday, or about midday or so. And that's going to assure colder air into the region, setting up ahead of the next system, the tail end of this system, now a separate area of weather. Of course, this is our Friday night, Saturday system, so it gets in here during the overnight period Friday night. That leading edge is going to be roughly about midnight or so, getting into Vermont. And then from there, it's mostly snow. It'll probably mix with a little bit of sleet and freezing rain. We'll take a look at that here next. But that's going to be pushing into the region, and more or less just snow on the northern tier regions. And there could be just a little bit of wet snow, accumulations potentially up to around 4, 5, 6 inches in a couple spots. But mostly it's going to be under that, as precipitation, for the most part, is staying a little bit below that. Now, once that system moves on out, another area of higher pressure builds in very briefly. This for basically Saturday night and into the day on Sunday. And then on Sunday afternoon, we have another storm system, very similar. This time it's going to be an area of low pressure tracking along the coast. That's going to lock in the colder air for us, and it's going to deliver a little bit of snow. We're probably looking at somewhere along 2 to 5 inches potentially along about Sunday night into the day on Monday. And then that system on Monday then gets whisked on out. And you notice here it kind of stalls a little bit more up toward the Bay of Fundy and up in that general area. And this stalling might be a little bit of a weather pattern change, as an area of low pressure then sort of redevelops south of Nova Scotia due to some Greenland blocking. That Greenland blocking is going to set up a whole different weather pattern, one that is probably more than likely to feature more snow than any kind of rain systems, and also reducing any kind of temperature oscillations. Here's the GFS and Canadian ensemble, and what you can see here is one main storm system here. The second one not showing up quite as strong with as it does in the European, but this one could actually add more snow than this one here. This one will produce a little bit of a wintry mix across central and southern parts of Vermont. How does it look in terms of total QPF? Well, we're looking at around, say, about 3/4 of an inch or so, and not a whole lot with the next bump up in terms of precipitation. Precipitable water looks like that, and of course it's kind of a big up and down pattern. More importantly, though, you can see that the precipitation types are a little bit dicey when it comes to the back end of the system on Saturday, this representing more central and especially the southern part of Vermont. And finally, projected snowfall. Weather Prediction Center 7-day total QPF looks like this. This is 1/4 inch in the red here. This is 1/2 inch. We're in 1-inch amounts, and the most precipitation indicated really to the south of our region, but generally lighter amounts in northern areas indicated. And a quick look at temperature. And as far as the 2 meter, those are the 2 meter temperatures, and temperature dew points look like this. You see we dry out just a little bit here in the next coming days with a little bit of fair weather. And then at about 850 hectopascal, this is what it looks like. Really doesn't go above the freezing mark indicated by the Jeffs, but this is our wintry mix issue here, where those temperatures are a little bit more dicey. Again, this is centered on Montpelier, Vermont, so a little bit further to the south, it's a little bit warmer aloft. We are looking at above normal temperatures across a good portion of North America right now. 21 degrees above normal with the strong Chinook downsloping winds coming off the Rockies here. For our neck of the woods, about 6 degrees below normal, above normal for this time of year, and these are the meteorological output statistics for daytime highs. And then 3 days later, you're looking at about 6 to 9 degrees above normal as we actually warm up just a little bit. And just another quick look here of the European incrementals, and this is our storm system working in on Friday night. You can see a little bit of red here, some hues. We're not looking at tremendous amount of precipitation here, but a wintry mix in southern Vermont, mostly all snow in northern areas as that system then passes on out of the region. The second weather system looks like this. It's going to be all snow, and it's about as far as we can go. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.